Josh here from E&O Property. So we're in Reading today and we're going to show you our title splitting project. So as you can see, it's a Victorian terraced property. We started this project about a year ago and I'll tell you the story as we go through the property, but essentially it's been split into 3 flats. So your ground floor, first floor and then second floor. So we're about 2 weeks away now from completing and I'll show you the property and some of the, I would say, disasters that we had midway through the renovation. Okay, follow me in. Okay, so just watch your step coming in because it's still a construction site. So flat 1, ground floor, you can see has its own access. First bedroom on the right, you can see it's all been painted, redecorated, new woodwork, architraves, doors, and we're just waiting now for the flooring to be completed. So if we go through to the back of the property, obviously this would have been one residential property originally. It would have been let out, or we let it out originally whilst we were waiting for planning permission. And then once we got that, we started carving it up. So there's a lot of steels involved to be able to carve up the property. So we've got a very small bedroom. Technically, it's not the minimum size. We'll be calling this a study. Obviously, it's got the boiler housing as well, so that encroaches on the space. The bathroom, so this particular flat only has a shower room just because of the size constraints, but you can see we've gone floor to ceiling tiling and we've gone for quite a high-end finish. So when these properties will be let out, we'll be looking to achieve like absolute top market value in terms of the rental income. So this one being the ground floor flat, we'll be looking to achieve around £1,500, possibly higher, with it being the largest of the 3. So this previously was the kitchen. This one has access out into the garden. It's more of a backyard. Okay, we will take you through to the front now. So what we've done in the front here is made it an open plan kitchen diner. So obviously it's your living room, living space, and then also kitchen. So we've gone with LVT flooring because it's hard wearing. These will all be let out on a single let basis. So we want to make it as durable and long lasting as possible. Fully fitted kitchen, so oven, hob. The only things outstanding are washing machines, which will be in like the communal area or the hallway, and then fridge, freezer. But you can see the only thing left in this particular flat now is flooring and final touches in terms of painting of skirting boards and woodwork. Okay, I'll take you up to the first floor flat now. So these will be on automatic lights. We're just waiting for the new electrical meter connections and then we'll be fully functioning. So flat 2. So you can see back bedroom, really good size. One of the biggest bedrooms we've got. So you can see this one will be probably one of the ideal flats just because it's the first floor. It's got views with it being higher up, and you'll see the bay fronted window, which is quite nice as well. What we've had to do on the floor here is soundproofing. So you can see normally you wouldn't have this type of underlay. This is in order to meet the sound testing requirements because we're splitting the property into 3 flats. Just show you quickly, we've made use of some of this space. So this will be area for washing, so washing machine and tumble dryer. Okay, this one we were able to fit a bathroom, so full stand-up shower and bath, and again, same finishes. So floor to ceiling tiles and matching suite. And then the kitchen diner. So you can see we've got the bayfront window, which is really the nice aspect, brings a lot of natural light into here. And then again, same kitchen built into that sort of cubby hole there, fully fitted. It will have fridge, etc. And so yeah, this is the 1 bed. The bottom floor is actually the 2-bed, sorry, so that will be £1,900 per month, and then the 1-bed flats will be more like 1,500, which is at the top in terms of the market rate. Okay, and we'll just go upstairs to the final flat. Just watch that hammer. So it's a bit of a tight squeeze in terms of access. But this is what was the second floor, obviously. I'll explain a little bit more about the layout shortly, but essentially we've got the kitchen diner, similar format to the other flats, so kitchen here, and then at the front, we've all had all new windows, as you can see. Pretty much everything's been done in this property. So from the plumbing, electrics, full rewire, new kitchens, new bathrooms, there's not really an awful lot that's left as standard, as you can see. Again, bathroom, this one's just waiting for final few fixtures and fittings, and that will be ready. And then the bedroom. So I'll explain a little bit about the slightly unusual layout we've got here. So where I'm stood here was previously, didn't exist. So this is all the dormer extension. So what we did is, right at the outset, we spoke to the council and we understood that if we do a dormer extension on the rear under permitted development, that will allow us to increase the floor area, so without requiring planning permission. And then once we'd done the dormer conversion, so created this extra bedroom and extra space, we could then apply for planning permission to convert the property from 1 dwelling into 3 self-contained flats. So the main reason for doing this is to avoid the Section 106 levy. So this is a levy that you pay for affordable housing, basically. So if you're not providing affordable housing, you either pay the levy or you provide the affordable housing. So because we didn't increase the square footage, we weren't increasing the size of the dwelling under the planning permission, it didn't require us to pay that. So I think that was a saving of around £40,000, something like that. The reason, if you've got a really keen eye, that there's been a change to the skirting here is because we previously had a wall in here and we were hoping to get 2 bedrooms out of this space. The reason we weren't able to do that is because as part of the planning permission, they wouldn't allow us to have the bedrooms that size. So in order to meet planning regulations, we had to increase the size of the bedroom and have just 1 bedroom. So what we've ended up with is like a sort of study area, or, you know, could be storage, whatever, but it's an L-shaped corner there. And then, interestingly, so there was a shared chimney breast just here. So the reason this wall is not perhaps 2 meters further towards the end of the building is because we chose not to do anything that would disturb that. It would have required a lot more in terms of structural alterations if we'd have then extended even further. But obviously that would have got us the extra space to do a perhaps 2nd bedroom up here. So just all in all, this property it's been over a year in its making, so a lot longer than we originally anticipated. We bought it for around £440,000, just as I said, as a single dwelling. We spent all in, including all renovation, the loft conversion, the dormer extension, sorry, around about £300,000. So you can see we're all in GDC of at least 700, if not 715, 720. GDV, we're looking at around that. So we're looking at sort of break even in terms of the costs we've put into it. But what the strategy is with this particular property is to hold and rent out the flats. So we're looking to achieve, as I mentioned, just below £2,000 for the larger ground floor flat, and then about 1,500 for each of the 1-beds. So you can see, all in all, just under 5k per month. We will be looking to remortgage now, so we'll be looking to pull out as much of that initial deposit and renovation costs as possible. The potential options further down the line are title splitting. So at the moment, it's all on 1 title. There is the potential further down the line to split the titles off, create leaseholds, and then potentially sell the individual flats. And that's probably the way to get the maximum value if you're looking to exit this property. Okay, so thanks for watching. Stay tuned on our YouTube channel, and also follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and we'll give you updates on other projects we're doing. Thanks a lot.